Hi Leo, welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your May 2024 tarot reading. Thank you to those of you who like, viewed, shared, and subscribed to the channel. I appreciate all that. For those of you new to the channel, as far as what we have in front of us, the Celtic Cross spread as always, and also pulls the 4 agreements and wisdom oracle card for you guys. We're actually going to start the reading off by rolling those astrology dice we have in front of us to get an idea of where your focus should be as far as that goes. Alright, so we have Uranus, and Uranus is actually in your 10th house of career and social status. It's been there for quite some time. Alright, and we have 4, so 4th house energy for you guys is Scorpio. At the time of recording this, we haven't had that full moon in Scorpio just yet, so it could be pointing to that. And general 4th house points to home, roots, and mother. And we have Aries, so of course, we're pretty much just wrapping up Aries season, and plenty of energy going on there, right? We had the eclipse there recently. We still have Mercury retrograde there as we speak. Mercury's still going to be in there for more or less the first half of May. Mars will be in there pretty much all of May, so definitely plenty of energy going on there. The North Node, Chiron, so tons of energy in there. And for you guys, Aries energy is your 9th house of philosophy, higher learning, and foreign affairs. All right, so we'll keep all that in mind as we go through the main spread. In the main situation position, we have the 6 of Swords, and challenging that, we have the Page of Pentacles. So this could just be saying that you might actually be creating some distance in a dynamic between you and other people. Now, for some of you, it could be a one-to-one relationship. For some of you, it could also be a business situation. But it looks like whatever the case may be, it looks like you're actually creating that distance because you feel like the goalpost is always moving when it comes to the situation, right? So you might feel like whatever goal you have, it always seems like it's just out of your reach. How we see that Pentacle is not quite in their possession. So that could be why you're creating distance at this time. All right. In the foundation position, we have the 5 of Pentacles. So yeah, this could be, again, connected to what we were just saying there, to where you might feel like you might feel unsupported in the situation, right? So whether it's within your work environment, maybe you feel like you're just given too much work, right? That runs you into the ground, but you feel like you're not being compensated well enough for the work that you're doing, right? You might just feel like there isn't a supportive environment in general with coworkers. Now, if this is a romantic connection, same thing, right? You might feel like you're not fully supported in that manner as well. All right, in the past position, we have the 9 of Pentacles. So at the very least, this shows me in the past that you were feeling like things were going a lot better, right? You might have felt a lot more successful, like you were actually able to enjoy the fruits of your labor, and maybe you might have found that that was more so the case when you were able to put more energy toward yourself. All right, in the present position, we have the 5 of Swords. So yeah, it looks like there could definitely be some conflict at play. Now, I do have to say, given that this represents the first 10 degrees of Aquarius, that's where Pluto is currently. And when we have that Scorpio full moon that I mentioned, like I said, even though this is a May reading, this technically could count as the present as far as that full moon energy goes. But that's what I feel like this could be pointing to, because when that full moon happens, it's going to make a square aspect with Pluto in Aquarius. So there could definitely be some potential conflict around that time. So just something to be on the lookout for. All right, in the near future position, we have the Star. So this is also Aquarius energy here. And yeah, to me, this says that whatever setbacks you are going through, you're actually going to view it as a course correction. So, well, I shouldn't say you view it that way, because sometimes we are the last ones to feel that way when we go through a rough situation. But it could just be one of those things saying that whatever the situation is and however it's playing out, it's meant to be a bit of a course correction for you around the situation. All right, in the position of your influence in a situation, we have the Tower. So the Tower really is the card that comes right before the Star card in traditional tarot. So that could be basically what's triggering that Star card moment for you. And usually I refer to this as the dissolution of ego. So Could just be one of those things where, maybe you looked at a situation and in the past it might have been going better, but you might realize that that situation has been deteriorating. And because of that, you might actually decide to leave the situation behind, which doesn't seem like it would overall be a comfortable thing for you to do in the moment. But again, like I said, it seems like it's a bit of a necessary course correction. Right. In the environment position, we have Temperance. So this is actually the major arcana card for Sagittarius. So if this is just pointing strictly to a timeline, this could just be saying that as we move toward the end of May and there's that full moon in Sagittarius, that might be where you might start to feel like balance has been restored primarily around the situation. But definitely stands out to me that it looks like this is saying that whatever the situation is between the star card in the near future and Temperance in the environment, it looks like karmically it was just meant to play out this way. And the good thing is, once it does pass, you actually see things start to fall back into place fairly quickly. All right, in the hopes or fears position, we have the Queen of Wands. So I'm going to assume this is probably more of a hope for you guys, but this is Aries energy here, which we also saw come out in the dice. I feel like this is saying that, you're probably hoping to strike a balance to where, knowing when to take action around the situation and when to just stay in a more receptive mode rather than let things unfold around you. So that could be something that you're trying to strike that balance with, which maybe that's what the Temperance energy is pointing to as well. All right. And in the outcome position, we have the Nine of Swords. So yeah, it looks like there could definitely still be some fear and anxiety around the situation for you as we progress through the end of the month. So again, like I said, it might be one of those things where this might be something that plays out a little bit earlier in the month, and then as we progress toward the end of the month, and especially it seems like that Sagittarius full moon might be a key turning point. Looks like things will improve for you. So I mean, if no other reason, one way it could play out too is the fact that when we have that full moon in Scorpio that I mentioned, it's going to be making a tense square aspect with Pluto. And when we have the full moon in Sagittarius, it's actually going to make a similar aspect, but it's going to be a supportive aspect with Pluto. So it could just be one of those things where something gets broken apart only to come back together in a more positive way. All right, and at the bottom of the deck we have the Ace of Pentacles. So yeah, this could just be saying that through all of this, a new offer might come your way. Right now, it still requires some action to be taken, but it looks like at the very least that could be what's happening here. Something's being cleared out for a fresh start. All right, from the Four Agreements deck, we have Be Impeccable with Your Word, and it says let go of self-judgment and might. Alright, it says being impeccable, you take responsibility for your actions, but you do not judge or blame yourself for anything. So yeah, it's an interesting message there, right? Because like I said, it looks like there could have been a dynamic. So for some of you, I mean, it really does seem like a bit of a mixed bag. For some of you, it could definitely be related more to a career type of thing, and then for others of you, it could be more of a one-to-one relationship. But in any event, you might look back on it and feel like, okay, what could I have done better, right? One of those types of situations, which is pretty natural, right? But I feel like it's saying that even if you do feel like there are certain things that you could have learned, just try not to be too harsh and judgmental toward yourself in the situation. Right. From the Wisdom Oracle deck, we have Yin. There's the artwork, and the number is 2. Let's see what this has to say. All right, essential meanings says the feminine principle of receptivity, letting someone else make the first move, gathering information and taking in cues, the art of conscious allowing. The Oracle's message: this is a time of calculated receptivity as you gracefully await what is coming to you, ready to accept it when it appears. Yin does not involve frozen dreams or even resting, but rather consciously allowing things to flow to you, poised to receive the bounty that will be made available to you. It implies sensitivity as you alertly study the actions of others and contemplate how they will affect you and yours. Remember, you must make space for miracles to appear. Be the shaped, not the shaper, and you'll see how quickly your dreams manifest. So yeah, definitely a positive message there, right? And this could just be as simple as with these energies we do see here, meaning that even if you do try to force something through, it looks like eventually it would be taken out of your hands anyway. But again, the positive there is that it does look like it would play out in a fairly positive manner anyway. All right, and the relationship message says, let others take the lead right now. Your power lies in small gestures, self awareness, and conscious surrender. By yielding the reins, you will find yourself effortlessly moving closer to what you truly desire. Permit others to tell you who they are and who they can be to you by allowing their actions to speak about them. You'll be pleasantly surprised. So yeah, definitely a positive message there as well, right? So hopefully that resonated. And then the prosperity message says, this is a time when the most effective action is to allow others to show you the way forward. Observe their behavior and follow their lead. Your desire to push through must take a back seat for now. Collaborate and offer your ideas rather than dictating what must happen. Let others come to you. It's important that they feel they have power now. Another meaning is about releasing your need to have things in the form you want. How do you want to feel, basking in your success? Now allow the universe to show you the form. Yin is the sign of essence. Things may go more smoothly than you expect. So yeah, definitely a positive message there as well. I mean, like I said, don't get me wrong. It looks like there definitely will be some pretty harsh bumps in the road that you guys might experience, but the positive there does seem to be that it starts to clear itself out pretty quickly. So even seeing that Nine of Swords in the outcome position, I mean, these two major arcana cards seem to trump that. So looks like it could just be one of those things that at least, even if it is a little harsh, it shouldn't last too long. So hoping it resonates with you guys. We'll wrap up there and we'll see you all next month. All right, bye.